Along with President Obama threatening infringement on the Second Amendment every time we turn around, comes this leftist idea that firearm manufacturers and retailers should be held responsible if a firearm is used in a crime. No such policy exists for other potential murder weapons like knives, bats, golf clubs, hammers, automobiles, etc., but the lunatic left wants it for firearms. Hillary even made it part of her platform back when the Democrat candidates were competing hard against each other for the anti-NRA vote. The idea is absolutely ludicrous. Imagine Ford or Budweiser being sued when a drunk driver kills somebody. Well, now we have numbers to crunch to tell us how the rest of America feels about it. A poll released earlier this week by the National Shooting Sports Foundation shows that 70% of voters reject lawsuits against gun manufacturers. That's almost as high as the percentage of Americans against Obamacare. In 2005, the Protection of Lawful Commerce in Arms Act was signed into law, and 72% of Americans support it, an even higher percentage. The Protection of Lawful Commerce in Arms Act was put in place to prevent frivolous lawsuits against manufacturers and retailers when firearms that are sold legally with background checks are used for illegal purposes. 91% of those polled who said they are strongly Republican support the Protection of Lawful Commerce in Arms Act, as well as 86% who lean Republican. But support for the law is not just concentrated in the Republican Party or among conservatives. It spans the political spectrum. 75% of independents support it, as well as 67% of those who even lean Democrat. Strong Democrats come in at 45%. That's a pretty high percentage of Democrats for such a common-sense measure. So it's not even popular with her own voters. Nevertheless, Hillary said she's going to make it a priority if elected to the White House. But the evidence is clear and overwhelming. Americans understand that the concept of holding an entire industry responsible for the actions of criminals while using their lawfully produced and sold product makes absolutely no sense whatsoever, and they don't want it.
Thanks for listening. Don't forget to subscribe and donate at theraywarnershow.com.